Welcome once again. It's Igogwe Leonard with JEEF Africa. This is the EmpowerHer Tech program. Today we are going to be looking at graphics design. We are diving into graphics design. Why should we study graphics design? You see, different brands, different businesses would need to create contents for the online marketing. They would need to do printouts for their businesses to brand their shops and what have you. Also, career persons would like to do personal branding also, and they would like to create materials for marketing amongst others. You need to have a good knowledge of graphics design to be able to meet the demands that are coming up in your businesses as an individual and also as a seasoned graphic designer if that you would like to chase a career path in that field. So before I dive into graphic design, I would just like to give us a brief definitions of some terminologies. One is graphics. What is graphics? Graphic deals with the visual representation of ideas and concepts by the use of lines, shapes, colors, and pictures. It is a representation of ideas and concepts with the use of lines, shapes, pictures, and colors. So basically, graphics is centered around things that you can see. We have audio and we have graphics. Audio, it's based on sounds you can hear, listen, while graphics deals with mainly things you can see, you can visualize. Next, we go to design. Now, what is design? Design spans beyond graphics. We have engineering design, we have architectural design, we have many forms of design. We have networking design or network design. Now, design is the application of theoretical knowledge for the purpose of achieving functionality. It is the application of theoretical knowledge for the purpose of achieving functionality and aesthetics in some cases. Now, when we merge these two concepts together, you get graphics design. So now, graphics design, as I defined here, is the intentional application of visual elements with the sole aim of communicating an information, yet while maintaining beauty and appeal to its customers. So you are communicating an information using visual elements while still maintaining what? Beauty and appeal to its customers. To be an effective graphic designer, you must make sure that you meet these criteria. So your customers are satisfied and you communicate an idea visually while maintaining aesthetics. One of the core ideas behind graphics design is creativity. It's a fundamental and foundational laying block for graphic design. Creativity is quite essential if you really want to become a successful graphics designer. Next, we are going to be looking at two concepts: aesthetics and communication. I wrote something here. I said it is quite essential that designers note that the concept of aesthetics with time must be partnered with cultural and individual acceptance. Hence, there is oftentimes need for education and client's desire. Two concepts like I said earlier: aesthetics and communication. Aesthetics and communications are intertwined. Imagine creating a design where the design is visually appealing, but yet it communicates no idea. It communicates no message. At the end of the day, the essence of the design is void. The essence of the design is faulted because it's visually appealing, aesthetically it's standard, but no idea is being communicated. So imagine you seeing a poster, and at the end of the day, after going through the poster, you could not pick any information, or no information was given or derived from going through that poster. The only thing you could pick out from the poster is, it's fine. You know those expressions like, it's beautiful. And that's just all you could pick out. By the definition of graphics design, that design is not functional, and by so doing, it's not a standard design. So we'll look at some samples of design. I'll just display some samples of design, and you can pick out some of those elements. You would notice that they are monochromic mainly, and some just have few variations of colors in them. You can create standard designs, you can create beautiful designs, and at the end of the day, at the point of exporting them, at the point of presenting them to your clients, they can be seen as below standard. And there are so many factors that affect this, and that is the essence of me starting with graphics quality and value in design. Now, when you design, you must ensure that you export in high resolutions. You must ensure that you export in standard color patterns. You must ensure that you export in good contrast, and you must ensure that you export with the details well stated. Now, graphic quality value refers to the level of quality and details that is present in a visual design. This can include aspects such as resolution, sharpness, clarity, and overall levels of details in the design. This is a very essential factor to consider when exporting your design. Very essential factor to consider when designing, when presenting your finished work. We move over to the next topic. We're going to be looking at color psychology. Color psychology. I'm going to be displaying some designs here, and here you are going to be seeing a stop sign being made with green, the color green, and then you are going to be seeing a go sign being made with the color red. Now, what comes to your mind when you see a stop sign colored green? You will be placed in a dilemma, because the green sign means it gives a positive impression, but yet the sign is written stop. While the go sign gives a positive impression, meanwhile the color is depicting danger. So these are some of the ways color psychology affects our designs. Now, color psychology, by definition, is the study of how colors affect human behaviors, emotions, perceptions. It is based on the ideas that different colors can evoke different emotional and psychological responses in people. And these responses can vary depending on cultural and personal association with specific colors. There are some cultures that the color white might depict something unique to their tradition, irrespective of the universal accepted depiction of the meaning of the color white. There are some cultures where black can depict fertility and productivity. So these are some of the reasons why you must critically take into consideration color psychology when designing. You must understand the background of the person, the background of the targeted audience, the consumers, the people that are going to be using such designs or looking at such designs. You must understand their cultural heritage and the psychology behind how they perceive certain colors. Now, by carefully selecting and combining colors, designers can effectively communicate their intended message and create strong emotional connection with their audience. I'll just give us a brief example of color psychologies and general accepted meanings to such colors or associated emotions to such colors. The color green, for example, is often associated with nature, growth, harmony, and can also be associated with jealousy or envy. Now, you see most agricultural companies would use the color green, or fresh food companies will use the color green. It will depict this notion of being fresh, being alive, and what have you. Now, the color blue is often associated with calmness, serenity, stability. It can also be associated with sadness or depression. So your choice of colors are very essential in your designs. Like I said, seeing a stop sign with a green color would not pass the proper information. Seeing a go sign with a red color would not pass the proper information. Color psychology is quite essential in your design. Next, we'll move to color theory. Now, color theory deals with the interaction between colors, how colors interact with one another. That is how you should relate blue to green, green to red, and the likes of you. We have different terminologies under color psychology. Under color theory, we have terminologies such as hue, saturation, value, tint, shade, homologous color, complementary color, and many concepts. We have other concepts like color blocking. But one of the things you must understand is that with constant practice and study, you can get full control of how to manipulate colors, applying different shades in designs, applying different hues, values, temperatures in designs to achieve the required and desired results. A color might look odd in a design, but just changing its tint or shade can drastically affect how it blends in with the other elements in the design. So this is one of the things we must understand, and one of the things that as you practice and go ahead, you'll get conversant with. Remember, the purpose of this class is to give you practical hands-on experience on graphics design. We are going to be moving to the next phase, which is graphics file formats. Graphics file formats.